Hello, my dear students. I welcome you all to your Vedantu Commerce channel. This is Ridhi Sikri, your accountancy master teacher. Start joining and start telling me if you all able to see me, hear me, or not. Yeah, today we are going to continue with the sample paper solution, which we were already doing in the last class. So yeah, that only we are going to continue today. So start joining and start telling me if you all able to see me, hear me, or not. आई वेलकम यू ऑल टू योर वेदांत कॉमर्स चैनल। बेटा जी, आज की क्लास में हम लोग कंटिन्यू करने वाले हैं सैम्पल पेपर सॉल्यूशन को, है ना जी। सो स्टार्ट मार्किंग योर अटेंडेंस बाय लाइकिंग द सेशन, स्टार्ट टेलिंग मी इफ यू ऑल एबल टू सी मी, हियर मी और नॉट। या आई थिंक ऑडियो एंड वीडियो दोनों ही चीजें एकदम फाइन है, राइट है जी। तो आज के सेशन में हम लोग डिस्कस करने वाले हैं जी सैम्पल पेपर सोल्यूशन, है ना। सैम्पल पेपर सोल्यूशन विच वी ऑलरेडी स्टार्टेड, दैट ओनली वी आर गोइंग टू कंटिन्यू इन टुडेज क्लास, राइट। सो सैम्पल पेपर में क्या क्या चीजें कवर होती हैं, सैम्पल पेपर में क्या क्या क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, वो सारी चीजें आज की क्लास में हम लोग डिस्कस करने वाले हैं। इफ यू ऑल नो दैट वी ऑलरेडी स्टार्टेड विद द सैम्पल पेपर सोल्यूशन इन द प्रीवियस सेशन, सो पार्ट 1 ऑफ सैम्पल पेपर has already been uploaded on the channel. Yeah, yeah, of course the session is in English, beta. So sample paper part 1, right? Sample paper part 1 is already on the channel, right? Part 1 we have already uploaded on the channel. If you all haven't seen that, go and check this out. The video has been uploaded already. We have already discussed the part of sample paper. है ना? So what things we discussed? I think we finished till all the MCQs we finished, right? If you all have seen the replay or the video of that class. So we finished the 16th question, right? We finished till the question number 16th in the last class. So further we are going to continue today. If you all still haven't seen the part 1 of the sample paper, what I am doing, I am attaching the link of that class in the chat once, right? So those who haven't seen it, they can go through it for once. Okay, ji. So here is the previous session, which we have already done, right? Yeah. So still question number 16, we discussed in this session, right? Till the question number 16, we discussed in this session, and further we are going to continue today. Right, I think we will need part 3 as well for sample paper, because yeah, we will be doing it in a total detail form, right? So yeah, let's begin. So yeah, if you all remember, we finished till question number 16, and this is going to be the further part where we are going to understand about the remaining parts, yeah, about the remaining parts of your sample paper. Yes or no? So yeah, let's quickly start. What are the further treatments and what are the further things in your sample paper? So these questions we have already finished. If you haven't seen the video, I have attached again the link here in the description, not in the description, in the chat only, that this was the previous live where we discussed it till the question number 16. So now we are going to start with question number 17. Yeah? So today we are going to start with question number 17. That this is a question from dissolution. Read it out. Yeah? So this is a question. Quickly read it out. Resting a partner of a firm under dissolution was to get a remuneration. Correct है जी? रस्टिंग एक पार्टनर था फर्म का, ठीक है जी। रस्टिंग एक पार्टनर था, रस्टिंग वाज अ पार्टनर of a firm under dissolution was to get a remuneration of 2%. 2% का ना उसका remuneration plan किया गया था, right? 2% of what? Total assets realized other than cash. So apart from the money which remained, if you remove the cash, on that he was allotted to get 20% and a 2% of total assets plus 10% of amount distributed to partners. Amount distributed to partners. Correct, Ji? So this was the commission which was planned. Yeah, I am using English only, beta. So sundry assets including cash were 8,000. Now cash 8,000 was 116. So firstly, let's remove cash. Let's remove cash. If you remove cash, your total assets turn out to be 1,08,000. So 2% of that, 2% of 1,08,000 and 10% of amount distributed to partners. So 10% and sundry liability to be 31340. Calculate Rustings remuneration. Acha. Now, how much money will you distribute among partners? How will we know that? So you will know that if you make realization account, है ना? If you make realization account, you will realize that in the bank after realizing we are getting 116, right? 116 we are getting, and liabilities we have to pay for 340, right? 31340 ka you are paying liabilities, right? Liabilities we are realizing at 31340, and in the bank account we have 116,000. So remaining is the money which will be distributed among partners. So remaining is how much? 84,660. 84,660. So 10% of 84,660. 10% of 84,660, that is what they are going to get. Hi Piyush, how are you? Right? So that is what they are going to get. So 2,160 you will get here, and 8466, yeah, 8466 you will get here. So 2,160 plus 8466 means 10 6 huh, 12 6, yeah, 10,626. Hear me out this solution one more time, that what happened in this question, that resting a partner in of a firm under dissolution, he was promised remuneration, right? He was promised remuneration. He was promised that he is going to get remuneration of 2% of total assets, right? Excluding cash, plus 10% of money distributed among partners, right? 10% of amount distributed among partners. So this was promised to him. You know, this much is what you have promised to him. So now, firstly, you should know that what is the total asset, right? Firstly, you need to know what are the total assets. And secondly, you want to know, or you need to know, that what is the amount distributed among partners. Yes or no? Correct. Firstly, we want to know what are the total assets. So question has given us sundry assets 8,000 including cash. And are 116. So what are the total assets without cash? Total assets are going to be 1,08,000. Correct. Then the total assets are going to be 1,08,000. Yes or no? Then 10% of amount distributed among partners. What will be the amount distributed among partners? The amount distributed among partners will be that how much money remains, right? If you have sold assets for 1,16,000 and you have paid liabilities for 3,1,340, remaining money is what the partners are going to distribute among themselves, yes or no? So 84,660, right? 84,660 is what partners will distribute among themselves. So 2% of total assets plus 10% of 84,660, right? So here you are going to get 2,160 plus 84,666. So your total will be 10,626. This is how you are going to get the amount of remuneration. Yes or no, or a no or yes? Are you all able to get this or not? Good question this one was, yeah. Totally a good one. ठीक है जी? समझ रहे हो how to calculate this part? What entry we are going to pass? Remuneration is expense, so remuneration will be debited. Remuneration will be debited to Rusting's account. Rusting's capital account, because Rusting is getting the money, so he will be credited. 10,626, 10,626. This is how you are going to solve this question. ठीक है जी? Are we able to get this part? Give me a yes or a no, or a no or a yes. Clear? Done it? Yes? Okay then. Question number 18. ABC are partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio 2:1. C died on 1st July 2023. You know, on which date the capital of ABC after all the adjustments stood 74,63,750 and 42,250. A and B continued the business for 6 months without settling the accounts of C. So we haven't settled the accounts of C during the 6th period of the months. The profit became 20,500. Okay ji. Then you have to tell what is the treatment of these situations under section 37 Indian Partnership Act. Yeah, it's accrual entry, yes. 37, under 37 section, beta, 37 section says that you have two options, right? If the firm continues without paying the deceased partner's money, you have two options, two solutions, right? You have two solutions. You can do two things. Either you can take the interest, right? Either you can take the interest on additional amount, or you can take it on the profit basis. So both the ways we are going to check it, right? Both the ways we are going to check it. Whichever is more, that will be given to the deceased partner's representative. Yes or no? So there are two ways under section 37. Under section 37, you have two ways. One way is that you take the capital, right? That you take the capital and charge the interest. For how many months you are going to charge the interest? You're going, if it is on 1/7, right? It is on 1/7. So 6 months interest you will be charging. And rate, if it is not given in the question, rate is 6%, right? Or other way to get the amount is take the total capital. Total of three capitals, I think you'll get 180 as the total capital. ठीक है जी? Capital of deceased partner upon the capital of the firm into the share or the profit earned till now. Yes or no? Or the profit earned till now. So whichever value is higher will be given to deceased partner. So calculate at once. I think you are going to get 1267 here and something 4080. Just a second. Yeah, 4812 you are going to get here. So whichever is higher, that value will be paid, that value will be given to the deceased partner. So this is option only available under 37 section, and this is analyzed when the deceased partner's share is not paid and the firm continues to earn the profit, right? So this is the situation, and this is when under section under 37 you are allowed to choose whichever better profit you are getting in whichever situation that you're going to use. Okay ji. Next, yeah, this is the solution. C should exercise option 1 since of course whichever is giving him more money, right? In this they have used option 1 first, so it's up to you. Hear me out one more time, right? Hear me out one more time. What happens in this kind of situation when we delay the interest? We have option. We don't have option that the deceased partner's representative has option that whether he can take the interest on capital, right? Whether he can take the interest on capital, or on the basis of capital and profit, he can take the share, right? So this is the formula which I have used here. That capital, and I have charged interest on that. Other way is take the capital of the deceased partner, total capital into the profit earned till now, right? So on both ways, when I calculate the profit, whichever is more, deceased partner's representative can take that. Okay, so this is how these kinds of questions are done. Now we have other part of same question, 18th only, 18th B part, that Amit and Karthik were partners sharing profits and losses equally. है ना? They were sharing profits and losses equally. And what happened then? They decided to admit Saurabh for equal share. Okay. For this purpose, goodwill of the firm was to be valued for 4 years. Okay. So balance sheet they have given, right? Balance sheet they have given in the firm. Capital account balance also is given. Rate of return is also given. We have to calculate goodwill. Okay. Okay. So which formula super profit we have to use, right? The goodwill of the firm to be valued for the super profit. ठीक है जी. So for super profit method there are two things needed: actual profit and normal profit. Do we have actual profit, average profit? Yeah, we have actual profit. We now need normal profit, right? So for normal profit we need capital employed into NRR upon 100, right? Capital employed we need. The first thing is capital employed. So capitals they have given in the question, right? Capitals they have given 1,40,000 and general reserve is given. So 1,60,000 is the capital. Yeah, capitals plus reserve. 1,60,000 is the capital. NRR is 12%. Yes or no? You all are able to see this or not? So 19,200 is the normal profit. Now super profit is equals to actual profit, yeah, average profit minus normal profit. Actual profit is already there in the question, which is 30,000. Normal profit 19,200, which gives you the super profit of 10,800. Now goodwill is equals to super profit into number of purchases. Number of purchases. So 10,800 into 4. You're going to get the answer 43,200 goodwill. Check this yes or a no or a no or yes. Yeah. Check the calculation once. Question number. This is, Acha, this we have understood. Right? Acha, we have to tell Saurav's share of goodwill, right? So goodwill we have calculated. Saurav's share of goodwill is 1 upon 3 of whole goodwill. Right? So question has asked about Saurav's share of goodwill. So see, this is where you all can also do mistake. Yeah, Saurav's share of goodwill we need to calculate new partner's share. So he's taking 1 upon 3, right? Equal share in profits. So you have to tell the final answer, that how much final money should be given. Next is Buddha Limited, question 19. Took over assets of 40 lakh and liabilities of 6 lakh 50 of Gimni Limited. Buddha Limited has issued 30,000, 8% debentures, 100 each. Okay, pass journal entries. Chalo. So let's pass the journal entries for this. That firstly, assets will be debited. Yeah, assets will be debited. Two liabilities. Right? Two liabilities. Assets we know are of 40 lakh. Then liabilities we know are of 60 lakh, 6 lakh 50. Now we want to know the purchase consideration, right? The purchase consideration amount is what we need first. Then only we can take it further. Okay. To Guinea Limited, we need to know what is the purchase consideration. How will we calculate the purchase consideration? We will take help from second entry. That Guinea Limited debit. Debentures have been issued. Okay. 2% debentures. Debentures have been issued at discount, I think. Yes. Discount debit. Discount on issue debit. Also, there is premium on redemption. So, premium on redemption is posted twice, once on the debit side and then on the credit side. Two premium on redemption, two premium on redemption and loss on issue of shares. Loss on issue of shares. So debentures, 30,000 debentures, 100 each, 10 discount. So that means 30,000 debentures we have issued at 90. Right? That means we have issued for 27 lakh. Yes or no? We have issued debentures for 27 lakh. That is a correct point or not? What do you all say? Yeah, 27 lakh we have issued the debentures. Yes, fine. And Ocha, bank se bhi we have paid something. Wow. Bank se bhi we have paid something. 5 lakh is paid through bank. Okay, जी 5 lakh we have paid through bank account. ठीक है जी. Then the total capital is 30 lakh, right? 30 lakh, 300 into 3,000 shares into 30,000 into 100. Yeah, 30,000 into 100 is what is the share capital. Then we have got a premium of 5%. Oh my God, premium also we are getting. So 5 lakh we are getting through bank, 27 we are getting through shares. So total purchase consideration is 32 lakh. Okay. So 32 lakh is what we are going to mention here. Now, when you take the total of asset side and liability side, you will see that liability side is shorter. So you will have to introduce capital reserve of 1 lakh 50 here. First entry is done. Right? Now we gave a discount, right? We gave 32 lakh is purchase consideration. We gave a discount of 3 lakh, right? We gave a discount of 3 lakh. And now issue at premium, right? 5 3 is 15. So 1 lakh 50 is for premium. Both the sides you will post and this will be the answer. explaining you all this one more time that what happened in this question. Actually, they didn't told us about the purchase consideration. Purchase consideration, we will calculate ourselves. How are we going to calculate it? We are going to check that how much money we are getting, right? How much money you are getting? 5 lakh you are getting through bank account, then remaining through debentures. Debentures of 30,000 were issued at 10% discount. 10% discount means they are issued at 90,000. So the price of 30,000 debentures at rupees 90 is 27 lakh, right? So total how much we are paying him? We are paying him 32 lakh, right? 32 lakh we are paying him, Guinea Limited debit 32 lakh, right? In the share capital, we just need 30 lakh because 3 lakh is for your, what do we say it, discount, and then for premium, and 5 lakh we paid through bank. This is how this one is to be done. Next. Company issued 8,000 debentures for 10 each. Okay. Okay. Just pass the entry. Entry number 1 is share capital. Normal entry of share forfeiture, right? For forfeiture of shares. To share forfeiture to calls in arrear. Okay. Then bank debit, share forfeiture debit to share capital. Yes, this is the entry of forfeiture. This is the entry of reissue. I have just made the entry, not posted anything. Right. So question says company forfeited 8,000 shares of 10 each. Acha ji. 8,000 shares of 10 each. 8 was called up. Okay. Only 8 is called up till now. Correct? One including premium. One including premium, and premium was paid. If you all remember the concept, beta, if the premium is paid, we don't tell it to anyone. We keep it a secret. So they said that 8 was called up and 6 was paid, which was including premium. So if premium is paid, we are not going to tell anyone about the premium. We are going to count the 8 as 7 only. Whenever SPR is paid, it is not told even to the second person. So 56,000 is what we have called up. How much we have received? 8,000 into 5. Because 1 was from for premium. If it is paid, we are not going to tell anyone about it. How much is calls in arrears? 16,000. Okay. Next, they are saying 5,000 shares were reissued. Right? 5,000 shares were reissued. Okay. 5,000 shares were reissued. So that means 5,000 into 7. 35,000 pay we have reissued, and discount is given, maximum discount possible. How much discount is possible? Max 5. So on 5,000, if you give discount of 5, that means 25,000 discount you have given, and in your bank account you have got 10,000. How much will come in capital reserve, beta? Share forfeiture to capital reserve 0 0. So no need to pass this entry. Telling you all this one more time, what happened in this question? They said that 8,000 shares of 10 each, on which 8 were called up. 8 were called up means the company invited for 8, but 1 was of premium. So, beta ji, premium was paid. If the premium is paid, you don't tell it to anyone. So, that's why we called 7 only. We removed premium and we said that, yeah, sure, capital is of 7 only. And we have received 5 only. So, if we receive the premium, we keep it secret, right? And then the entry was that 5,000 shares were issued at maximum possible discount. Maximum possible discount was 5. So we gave the maximum discount. So nothing is going to come in capital reserve. Yeah. Next one. Bat, cat, rat were partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio 5 is to 3 is to 2. Cat retired on that date. The balance of investment was 4 lakh. And investment was 4 lakh. Investment fluctuation reserve was only 1 lakh. Right? And you have to pass the necessary journal entries if the market value is 480. So investment was of 4 lakh, right? Investment was of 4 lakh and reserve was of 1 lakh. Market value of investment became 480, right? So the value has increased. Yeah, the value has increased. This is what we call win-win, right? This is what we call win-win, that both ways we have benefit. Right? Both ways we have benefited because the value has increased. So that means reserve will be distributed among partners, and this benefit of 80,000 will also be distributed among partners. So firstly, for distributing this 1 lakh benefit, you will pass the entry IFR to all partners in old ratio. And then you will distribute the 80,000 which will go via revaluation. Firstly, you will tell revaluation and then revaluation will distribute it among partners. Okay, ji? Easy. Next part, if the value becomes 380, right? If your value becomes 380, that means 4 lakh was the value earlier. Now it is 380. So there is a fall of 20,000, which you can cover from your reserve, right? Okay. So entry will be that we have IFR of 1 lakh, 20,000 we have given to investment, remaining 80 we have distributed among partners in old ratio. Okay, ji. Next, if the value has fallen to 290, right? The value earlier was 4 lakh, the value has fallen to 290. That means it has decreased by 1 lakh 10,000. We have savings of 1 lakh, but 10,000 is shorter, deficiency. So deficiency we will cover from revaluation, right? Revaluation will give us the deficiency money and we will cover the investment. Later this deficiency money you will take from partners, bad cat, rat to revaluation, 10,000. So 5,000 from bat, 3,000 from cat and 2,000 from rat. This is how question number 20 will be done. Easy question this was, right? Next, company forfeited certain number of shares. In this question, they haven't told us you the number of shares are not even told. Face value was 10. For non-payment of final call money, rupees 4. Shares were issued at discount of 5. The amount transferred to capital reserve was 4,500. So we don't know anything in this question, beta. We know that there are 3 entries for forfeiture and reissue, right? We know that there are 3 entries for forfeiture and reissue, but they have just told us one thing, that the amount which we have transferred to capital reserve, right, is 4,500. Apart from that, we don't know anything and you also don't know anything. Do it yourself. So normally we will pass the journal entry ki, yeah, what are the journal entries? Amounts we will then think. Share capital debit, right? Uh, to share forfeiture, to calls in arrear. These are the normal entries. Bank debit, share forfeiture debit, to share capital, right? So in share forfeitures, if you don't know the number of shares, let the number of shares be X, right? And here also we don't know the number of shares, let it be X. But you know one thing, that for the non-payment of final call, so that means X into 4 and X into 6 is here. X into 4 and X into 6 is here. That means share forfeiture was done of rupees 6, 6 is received and X into 10 is here. Okay, good. That we came to know. Share forfeiture was done at 5. Logic. Share forfeiture was done at 5. That means this is X into 1. Right? X into 1 is equals to 4,500. Value of X is also 4,500. Easy question. This was just they have created a confusion for everybody. Right? Kind of a problem. What type of question? This is what type of question? This is very, very easy question. This is. That if you have got 6 rupees and you gave discount of 5, 1 is what is the value, right? 1 is what is the value of share forfeiture or the value of capital reserve, right? So now you can pass the entries by putting 4,500 in place of X. Check this out, right? These values you are going to get. And share forfeiture account is ledger posting that you all can do. Next. Question number 22. XYZ were partners sharing profits and losses equally. Y died on 1st October 2013. Okay, 2023. And the total amount transferred to Y's executor was 15 lakh 60,000. Y's executor were being paid 3 lakh 60 immediately. Right? That means 12 lakh remains, which we have to pay in 4 equal quarterly installments. That means after every 3 months. This is the twist in this, that you have to charge interest for 3 months, right? So 12 lakh is what remains. If you divide 12 lakh in 4 parts, it is going to be 3 lakh, 3 lakh, right? 3 lakh, 3 lakh, 3 lakh. Question says to pass the entries till first 2 installments. Okay. So first two installments we have to calculate. Installment 1 is equals to 12 lakh into 6% for 3 months. Why 3 months? Because they are saying that you have to pay after every quarter. You know, how many months are there in one quarter? 3. Installment 2. If you pay the first installment, then 9 lakh will remain, right? Again, you will pay the interest for 3 months. Here you are going to get 18,000. Here you are going to get 13,500. What journal entries you are going to pass? Firstly, pass the entry for how much we have to pay him. That we have to pay him 1560 from the question. We paid him 360 from the question. Then interest number 1 after 3 months is 18,000, and we are also paying him his main amount with interest. Then interest after other 3 months is 13,500. Then we are paying him with installment as with interest. Easy. ओके जी, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, शर्स क्वेश्चन गुड बनाइए, तो अब इसमें तो we'll have to invest some time. KN Limited invited applications for 6 lakh equity shares, 10 each. Premium 3. Application and allotment are together of 3. First call of 4 and second call of balance. Okay, so that means 3 plus 3. Premium is also in this. Why 6 upon 100? It is given in the question, beta, that the rate is 6%. That's why. Okay, right? So this is the amount. And then they have mentioned that the shareholders who applied for 4 lakh, they were given 3 lakh, right? And applied, in total applied is 7 lakh 50. Like applied is 7 lakh 50, allotted is 6 lakh. Allotted is 6 lakh. Then we are going to see that 50,000 is rejected. 50,000 shares were rejected. Yes, 50,000 were rejected. And then that means that to 3 lakh, we have given 3 lakh. Yeah. The shareholders who asked for 3 lakh, to them we have given 3 lakh. Okay. Just a second. We'll need some slides for this, na? Yeah. Okay. So coming back to the question again, that in total 7 lakh 50 shares are applied and 6 lakh are allotted. Yes. So for 6 lakh, for 4 lakh, we have given 3 lakh equity shares. For the public who applied for 4 lakh, to them we have allotted 3, right? And for 3 lakh, we have allotted 3. And for 50,000, we have rejected. Yes, 50,000 we have rejected. So in total 6 lakh, in total 750 applied. Right? So first entry will be bank to share application, right? Bank to share application will be your first entry. Yeah. Bank to share application will be your first entry, which you will pass with 7 lakh 50 into 3. Yeah, which you will pass with 7 lakh 50 into 3. Bank to share application. Yes, 7 lakh 50 into 3. Calculate and tell me what values you are getting. 2250 you are going to get in this, right? 2250, 2250. Okay, this will be entry number 1. Entry number 2 is going to be share application and allotment. Share application and allotment. 2 share capital. 2 SPR, no, we don't have. 2 share first call. 2 share first call, 2 bank. Right? In this question, we don't need to find the additional value for bank because we can directly see that it is only 1 lakh over subscription. So it will get covered in share capital. So in bank, how much are you rejecting? 50,000. So 50,000 into 3, 1 lakh 50 is what we are rejecting, right? 1 lakh 50 is what we have rejecting. We have received 2250, right? Share capital expected as per 6 lakh. Share capital was expected as per 6 lakh. So that means 18 lakh is required as per share capital. In first call, you are going to get 3 lakh. In first call, you are going to get 3 lakh. Okay, ji. So this is the entry number 2. Next, देखो जी, next situation is entry number 3. Right? Entry number 3 is your share first call will become due. Share first call to share capital. Right? To share capital. This will become due by 6 lakh. Right? 6 lakh into 4. Right? So it will become due by 24 lakh. Now, beta, whenever we come to the third entry, there is a default in fourth entry always. There is a defaulter, Rakesh. Right? So Rakesh, who was allotted 6,000 shares, did not pay the first call money. So we will calculate as applied. You're going to get 8,000, right? 8,000. Received on application. Pro rata we are going to do of Rakesh. Received on application 8,000 into 3. That means 27,000 received. Required on application. How much is required on application? 18,000 is required on application. Access is 6,000. Yeah, access is 6,000. 24, sorry, right? So access is 6,000. Now required on allotment. Required on allotment required on first call. Required on first call 6,000 into 5. I think 4. 24,000. So 6 we have already received. That means 18,000 is calls in arrear. So fourth entry is going to be share capital debit. Calls in arrear debit, right? Calls in arrear debit to, sorry, bank debit, calls in arrear debit to share first call. So calls in arrear is by 18,000. We expected 24 lakh. Remove 18,000 and the advance, right? And this advance of 3 lakh, right? So that means, yeah, that means we are going to get 21 lakh is what we expected, and that means we are going to get 20 lakh 82,000. Okay, ji. Next, next entry is forfeit these shares, right? Forfeit the 6,000 shares. Fifth entry. So share capital debit, share capital debit, to share forfeiture, to calls in arrear, right? So 6,000 shares we have forfeited. Final call is not made yet. 6,000 shares we have forfeited, है ना? And that means how much you have received till now? You have received 7, right? You have received 7. So 42,000 we have received. How much we haven't? How much you haven't received? 4 you haven't received. Okay. So 4 you haven't received. That means 24,000 is received and 18,000 is not received. How I calculated this? From these. This is what I have received and this is what is in arrear. So from that entry also directly posting can be done. Sixth is now your call, final call will become due. है ना? Sure, final call to share capital, right? And then you will get the money. I think you will get the money. Bank to share final call. इसमें premium भी है. So 3564, 1782, 1782. Right? Because some of the shares are forfeited, so those forfeited shares will be deducted. Then you will calculate this. तो बैंक में इसमें पूरा पैसा ही आ जाएगा. Correct है जी? Then you will reissue. Shares were forfeited. Shares were reissued for 13. That means you are issuing them for premium. तो premium पे issue करा तो बैंक to share capital to SPR, right? To SPR. We have issued how many shares? 6,000 shares you have issued for 13. So 78,000 you got in bank. You needed only 10 in capital. 13 is for, 3 is for your SPR. So 6,000 into 3, 6,000 into 10, and 6,000 into 13. This is how these values are calculated. Then yeah, the previous amount only will go in the capital reserve, है ना? Which you all have in forfeiture. Yeah, this will go in capital reserve. लो जी, done. We'll have to take one more part to solve the further things of this. 23rd question we have finished, na? Okay. So let's finish the last part of this question, 23rd. Then from 24th, we will do in the next class. Pass the necessary journal entry for issue of debentures. Arman Limited issued 750 debentures at a discount of 10%. Okay. So 750 debentures issued at a discount of 10%. That means 750 into 90. If 10 you have given for discount, that means you are taking 90 in the pocket. Yes or no? So, bank to debenture application is 750 into 90, right? 750 into 90, 96, 96. That only you will post here. है ना? And how much was required? Requirement was 80. है ना? On the capital, requirement was 80. Then you'll mention the SPR. SPR is of 16,000 and premium or redemption is of 8 on both the sides. Then, okay. This is, I think, the second one, I think. The first one will have to do. First one will have to do bank to percentage debentures, right? Bank to percentage debentures. This one though we'll have to calculate ourselves. So bank to, this will be 62,500 into 90, 750 into 90, 62,500. At discount and then redeemable at premium. Okay, ji. So bank to percentage debentures. Bank to percentage debentures, bank to debenture application. This is right. Bank to debenture application. Debenture application debit. Loss on issue debit. Discount debit to percentage debentures to your premium on redemption. To premium on redemption. So in debenture application, we have got that 67,500. It is 67,500. It should be. Yeah. So 67,500 if you have got in the debenture application, loss on issue, and you have given discount of 75, okay, 7,500 ka we have given discount. 7,500 is discount. In debenture capital, we expected 75,000. Yeah. Why first call? Because beta, in that application and allotment are combined. That's why access is adjusted on first call. Okay. Then you have given premium of 5%, right? So 5% premium means it's 3,750 for premium, 3,750 for premium. Yeah, 3,750 for premium on this side. Yes. Next is Sohan Limited issued 800 debentures for 120. Okay. So 800 into 120 is what you are going to get, not 750 into 950. Right? So 800 into 120 is what we are getting here, 96, 96. And 80 was the actual amount, 800 into 10, 800 into 100, sorry. And 800 into the additional is here. And then you gave a premium of rupees 10, which is posted on debit as well as on credit. Clear है जी? Last question, that if you are giving loan of 4 lakh and you have kept collateral security, show it in balance sheet. Very easy. So how to show it in balance sheet? Mention equity liability, non-current liability, long-term borrowing of bank. Then when you explain this long-term borrowing, in bracket just mention that you have given 5,000 debentures as security. Okay, ji? So yeah, this much only we will be covering for our today's session. Further from question number 24th. from Meghna and Mehak, we are going to take on Monday. Right? So yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this session proves to be a beneficial session for all of you. Apart from that, we have planned a crash course coming up for you all, the amazing crash course in which you are going to get the class 12th revision as well as the CUET preparation. The link of that is in the description. If you all want to join in into that batch, do click on the link in description. Right? So that much only we will be covering for today's class. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for listening. Okay. If you all are getting benefits from our videos, so do like the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves. I will be seeing you all in the next class with